It's time for Tiger Tipoff.
Tiger Basketball is brought to you by Wyoming.com. Check out their home and business internet and phone service options on their website and support a local company that supports youth sports in our county. Wyoming.com.
With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
And a very pleasant Saturday evening, early evening, everyone. Welcome inside the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse inside Lander Valley High School for the culmination of the Lander Boys Only Classic. Lander Tigers set to take on the Wheatland Bulldogs right here to wrap up what would be a 3-0 weekend for the Lander Tigers after an overtime victory over Douglas last night. 1-point win, again in OT. The Lander Tigers cruising by Burns earlier in the morning, and then finally wrapping up a long couple of weekends of basketball and tournament play before the holiday break. Got the Wheatland Bulldogs coming in at 4-2. The Lander Tigers, after these two wins this weekend, are 3-2. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's, a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes, conveniently located on Federal in Riverton, as well as in Casper. It's just you and I on the video audience for the moment, as the Wyoming Cowboy men's basketball team is currently trailing Grand Canyon by 13. That's one we have our eye on as well, because the Cowboys 9-2 on the regular season so far. As soon as that game goes final, we'll be joined by our radio audience on 1330 KOVE, but we can go ahead and get started with the Porter's Tailgate Show and taking a look at the Lander Valley Tigers. Once again, 3-2 on the early season, averaging 63 points per game heading into the weekend. One of the top scoring teams in 3A so far this year. Excellent shooting performance last weekend despite the 1-2 outcome in the record, which is at the end of the day all that matters. But the Tigers were efficient shooting at 45% from the field, 35% from beyond the arc. It's inside-outside balance, obviously, which is a good sign early in the year. Lander Valley driven by ball movement on offense. 17 assists per game. Finn McFadden, the lead facilitator on the season so far. 6 assists per game. Noah St. Clair is good for about 3.3 assists per game as well. Lander Tigers are going to be without Paxton Hollingshead, who actually just walked by the scores table. He is suffering an illness, as are many student athletes across Fremont County. Across all the winter sports at all the different schools, it seems like, we've heard complaints about a quarter, a third, or even half of some teams' rosters out with whatever flu-like illness is circulating around Fremont County right before Christmas break. As head coach Stu Mullins mentioned in the post-game show of the following the win earlier this morning, it's actually, as these things go, it's not great. Obviously, you're without one of your top players. Lander Tigers have mostly recovered from the illness so far, but it's pretty well timed because you have the Christmas break coming up. It's a long break to get healthy before you get into another weekend of tournaments and then conference play coming up after the first of the year. So the Lander Tigers are going to be down at least one of their scorers, but the bench coming in, not just sixth man, but seventh, eighth man down the bench for the Lander Tigers came in and helped Lander score 101 points in their game earlier this morning. Defensively, Tigers allowing about 49 points per game heading into the weekends, holding opponents to about 40% shooting overall, and great outside perimeter defense. Opponents are shooting under 20% from beyond the arc. Lander Tigers with one more test in the Wheatland Bulldogs before the weekend wraps up, and before we head off into the Christmas break, we're going to get look at Wheatland, see what the Bulldogs have in store for us coming up next here on 1330 KOVE. Well, shortly we'll be joined by the radio audience anyway, but certainly thanks to those of you watching at county10.com, the Porter's Tailgate Show and Tip-Off is coming up next.
On Motor Companies, Wyoming isn't just where we operate, it's where we belong. For over 85 years, we've stood alongside our community through life's big moments, from turning the key to turning the page in every journey that follows. Here, customers become neighbors, and neighbors become family. Visit us today at Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton or online at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com. We are Wyoming. Together, let's drive.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring in Riverton.
Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more. Haskell Furniture and Flooring. Best prices, better service.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the sidelines to the spotlight, from the classroom to the community, Fremont County's greatest accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. When our athletes take the field, when students excel, and when our community comes together, those are the moments that define us. For over 25 years, we've been more than just your internet and phone provider. We're your neighbors, celebrating each victory alongside you. Wyoming.com, proud to support our schools, our athletes, and our future. Visit Wyoming.com today.
Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOVE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Porter's Tailgate Show continues on ahead of the Lander boys taking on Wheatland's. Lander 3-2 on the season, 2-game win streak. Both those wins coming in their tournaments hosted this weekend. The Wheatland Bulldogs are 4-2 on the year. Welcome back into the Porter's Tailgate Show. Let's take a look at Wheatland, one of the more efficient offensive teams in 3A. 55 points per game. What stands out is their balance between offense and defense. Wheatland shooting 46% from the field, 36% from beyond the arc. That ranks among the better perimeter shooting teams in the class. Also get to the line a lot, so they average 17 free throws per game heading into the weekend. Defensively, Wheatland just allowing 40 points per game, one of the lower marks in 3A. Opponents shooting 39% from the field and 22% from three, reflecting a strong on-ball defense and good closeout. This might be interesting. Something's got to give here, basically. Both these teams on paper statistically very similar. Individually, it's Tate Nichols wearing, I believe, number 11 you're going to want to watch out for in whites. For the Bulldogs, 17.5 points per game. He shoots so far in the year 51% from the field. Stu Mullins talking a lot about his step-back jumper, and he is just one of a couple of scorers, including Jacob Miller, who adds nearly 17 per game, shooting 49% from the field. So the job is right there on paper in front of the Lander Tigers. Defensively, you got a couple of guys in Nichols and Miller, who you have to account for and stop at all times defensively, and try to avoid what the Tigers kind of fell into the trap of at this point last week, which was the third game of another tournament here in Lander. You're at the very end of the tournament. You're gassed. You just played a game earlier in the day, which you won big. It's actually eerily similar. Tigers won that game last week by 50. And they scored 101 points earlier in the day today. So you're coming off kind of relatively, I won't say easy, but relatively big margin victories, and you've got one more game before the weekend. In this case, one more game before Christmas break. You got to avoid that trap against a good team that wants to come in and has a couple of good scores that can do some damage. So, take one more break. Porter's Tailgate Show wraps up, and we'll get tipped off right around the corner next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
From the sidelines to the spotlight, from the classroom to the community, Fremont County's greatest accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. When our athletes take the field, when students excel, and when our community comes together, those are the moments that define us. For over 25 years, we've been more than just your internet and phone provider. We're your neighbors, celebrating each victory alongside you. Wyoming.com, proud to support our schools, our athletes, and our future. Visit Wyoming.com today.
It's time for Tiger Tipoff.
Tiger Basketball is brought to you by Wyoming.com. Check out their home and business internet and phone service options on their website and support a local company that supports youth sports in our county. Wyoming.com.
With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
Starting lineups being introduced. We'll join the PA announcer for the starters and get you tipped off between Lander and Wheatlands. Starters for both teams have been announced. Lander Tigers are wearing what I like it. It's a retro look that we saw. It's kind of an alt jersey for the Tigers that they pulled out last season a little bit. Well, those of you watching on the video stream, which currently is our only audience until the end of the Cowboys basketball game, can see exactly what I'm talking about. But think old school Boston Celtics a little bit with white numbers and letters with the green jerseys. Bulldogs wearing what would be home whites with purple and yellow trim, and we are underway with a tip one to the Wheatland Bulldogs. Lander Tigers looking to improve to 4-2 on the season. Wheatland is already there. We have a steal by Noah St. Clair on Wheatland's opening possession, and the finish is no good. Shot is up and not there. So the Lander Tigers, good transition look on their first possession following defense leading to offense. Can't finish. We remain scoreless. Bulldogs will reset with their half-court offense. Got those two scorers that you have to watch out for. Averaging both about 17 points per game for the Bulldogs. That shot from three on the right side is no good. Running layup is good. Pax is in the lineup. He is back from his illness. Hollingshead dropping in the first 2 points of the game. Good to see Pax back on the floor. He missed the 10 a.m. start time game due to a flu that has been going around. But Pax, no doubt, hydrating and doing what he needed to do to get ready and push through for one more game. Not feeling 100%, I'm sure. But good to have Pax back on the floor for Stu Mullins' Lander Tigers. Wheatland drives in with the answer. There is Miller, averaging over 17 points per game heading into the weekend, one of the top scorers for the Bulldogs. And a pass from left to right across to the defense of Wheatland is intercepted, so the Bulldogs come away with a steal and the possession. 6:27 to go in the first, just underway. We did get started on time here. We were a little bit concerned about a late start due to the tournament lagging behind a little bit throughout the day. But the JV game preceding this one between these two teams were only 2 quarters in length due to numbers on one of the teams, just not enough players to make it safe or fair to play 4 full quarters, and so we had plenty of time to get ready for this one, and we got tipped off right on time. Wheatland still with the possession, passing around 2-2 with under 6 to go in the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Drive in, ball's now free, tipped away by Lander. And the Tigers in transition. He's trying to hurry down the floor with St. Clair. St. Clair pivots just outside the left block, will kick out. Back up top to Finn McFadden. Finn drives in, floater in the lane. That one's no good. Defensive board pulled down by Bulldogs. 5.5 to go in the first, all tied up at 2. Bulldogs running their offense outside, starting left and now back up top of the key. Shot from the left block is no good. Lander comes away with a rebound and holds things up until they can get some numbers. Pass into the right corner. Now I think that's Hollingshead for 3 from the right side. That's no good. Kind of cold shooting starts for both teams. We're tied at 2 with 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. This will be the last game before the holiday break. Teams get a nice 2-week vacation. And then right back at it with one more tournament. I think the boys go to Pinedale this time around for that tournament. And then we'll get right into conference play. There's a 3 from the left wing. That's also no good. So no whistles, not a whole lot of scoring. Remains 2-2. Pass inside, and there's the finish. Coleman dropping it in after a nice bounce pass in the lane. 4-2 Lander Tigers. 4.5 to go in the first. Wyoming Cowboys are trailing 77-61 to Grand Canyon with 1:59 to go, waiting for that game to wrap up so we can be joined by our radio audience on 1330 KOVE. Shot from down low for the Bulldogs, no good. Finn McFadden the other way for the Lander Tigers, right side to left. Entry pass still outside baseline left side. I think that is St. Clair. It is. St. Clair's had a great day. Really effective in the first quarter especially, but throughout the game in Lander's victory over Burns, in which they scored 101 points. We're going to have to do some research back in the archives to find the last time the Lander boys have hung 101 on anybody. It's definitely not been the last couple of seasons. That's what the Tigers this year want to do. They want to be in that average 70-point range. 3 from the right corner for the Bulldogs is no good. Hit the side of the backboard. St. Clair the other way for the Tigers. Inside 3.5 to go now. Finn McFadden drives, right block, puts up a shot that's good off the glass. Tigers up 8-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 3:22 to go. Wheatland has had their looks. Unable to put the ball home. Minus the 1 bucket so far. And Lander trying to get out to still another fast start and try to control this game. Should be a good matchup. Statistically, something's got to give here. These teams score. They're good on defense. Solid rebounding teams. Nice block down low. Lander Tigers with the ball back. After I think that's Coleman with the block. He now gets the ball in the lane and puts it home. 10-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Tigers on top, and Wheatland's forced to take a timeout. We'll take it with them right back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
For a trusted partner in your financial journey, at Redden, Kane & Associates, we're more than just CPAs. We're a world-class accounting firm dedicated to providing exceptional service to our clients. From tax management and accounting to estate planning and retirement strategies, our experts provide personalized solutions that help you thrive. Our lasting relationships are based on trust and open communication. Let's make your goals become reality. Take the first step towards financial confidence. Visit rivertoncpa.com.
Lander basketball is on the air. With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
Lander Tigers on top of Wheatland, 10-2 in a quick-moving first quarter. 2:44 to go in the first frame. And again, an 8-point lead for the Tigers coming out of a Wheatland timeout. The Bulldogs have gotten plenty of good looks, unable to convert points except for the 1 bucket. And now Lander out of the timeout is showing full court man-to-man pressure. It's been pretty effective for LVHS throughout the tournaments this weekend. May as well, if you can, if you have the gas left in the tank, you don't have any more games to play for a couple of weeks, so you may as well. 3 from the left corner is no good. And the Tigers take the ball back as Wheatland is one and done once again. Here's a 3 from the left side. That is up and good. Herford hitting from his favorite spot right there in the left corner. Tigers on top 13-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Wheatland reeling a little bit. Backdoor cut. It's going to lead to a foul. This will be the first whistle either way. We've been foulless through 6 minutes nearly, but with 2:04 to go, Tigers get pegged with their first team foul. It's going to be Noah St. Clair picking up his first. Wheatland on the inbounds, pass into the right corner, and now back up top of the key. It's a kick out right side. And now a spin in the lane. Shot's a little bit short and a late whistle. It's going to be a shooting foul, so Wheatland to the line with a couple of shots. See who gets this one for the Tigers. It is again Noah St. Clair, quickly picking up his second. Good news for the Tigers, they have Paxton Hollingshead in this game. Missed the first morning session with an illness, that flu that's been going around affecting winter sports teams of all schools across the county. Some teams have lost half of their rosters at times right before the Christmas break to whatever this bug is that's going around. But Pax is back in there in this one. St. Clair, though, picks up the foul. That's his second. Second Wheatland free throw is good. It's a 10-point Tiger lead, 13-3 with 1:49 remaining in the first. Tigers run their offense with a pass up to the top of the key. Lost the handle, and now a transition opportunity one-on-one in the fast break. Shot is up and no good, but the foul will lead to a couple of free throws. Miller to the free throw line, one of two Wheatland players, averaging about 17 points per game heading into the weekend. Definitely a focus point heading into this game. First things first, trying to take care of those two big scorers. A couple of subs in for the Lander Tigers, including Finn McFadden, and Coleman is back in as well. First free throw was good. Second free throw to come from Miller. And the second one is good as well. Lander 13, Wheatland 5 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. There's a quick three in transition from Lander. That is up and good from Coleman. Lander's hot shooting continues. A great shooting tournament. It's helped them get out to early leads in all three of their games, really. The exception maybe of that Douglas game last night. It was relatively close. Lander was able to get out to a double-digit lead in the first half, ended up winning that game last night by a point in overtime. So it's been a winning weekend for the Lander Tigers. Looking for 3 in a row after winning 1 of 3 last weekend. Landers picked up their 4th team foul. Wheatland yet to be called for 1. So the Bulldogs on the inbound. Here's a shot from the paint that is no good. Wheatland just can't buy a bucket here in the first quarter. Lander trying to take advantage in transition with under a minute to go. Finn McFadden feeds to his right. Here's a 3 from the right side that is a little bit too strong. Hit the top of the backboard, out of bounds. Back to Wheatland. 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Wyoming Cowboys, unfortunately, are going to lose their 3rd game of the year to Grand Canyon. It's 80-67 with 28 seconds remaining in Laramie. Wheatland with the possession. 40 seconds on the first quarter clock, working their offense from top of the key to right side out. Bounce pass inside the right block. Shot is blocked cleanly from behind. No whistle on that. And a clean block from Finn McFadden. Was very intentional about how he went up and got all ball on that one. So no call, which is a good thing for the Tigers because they're sitting at 14 fouls. Once again, Wheatland has not been called for a foul yet in the game. There's a pass near top of the key, slightly left side, pass inside, now right side, outside 3 for the Bulldogs is no good, and the rebound come away with by the Tigers. Once again, 1 and done for Wheatland as Finn McFadden runs the floor for the Tigers. McFadden floater in the lane that's no good. That's pulled down by Wheatland. 14 seconds remaining in the first. Wheatland with some time if they can break half court for something here. 7 seconds on that first quarter clock. 5 seconds. Here's a 3. Good look from the left side. That's no good. Lander pulls away with a rebound. 1 second. Half court's good if it goes. Hit the front of the rim, but won't fall after a quarter. Lander Tigers on top of Wheatland. 16-5. Back with quarter number 2 after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Watch Tiger and Lady Tiger varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
Start of quarter number 2 from Lander Valley High School. Lander Tigers on top of Wheatland, 16-5. Want to welcome in our radio audience on 1330 KOVE that just listened to, unfortunately, the Wyoming Cowboys fall to Grand Canyon by a score of 82-70. Here inside the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, we're wrapping up the second tournament in as many weekends for the Lander Tigers. This is a boys-only invitational in which the Lander Tigers have won both of their games so far. They won an overtime victory over Douglas last night, and earlier this morning coasted to a victory over Burns, scoring 101 points in that game. Here's a three from Wheatland, trying to claw back into this game. It's now an 8-point Tiger lead, just underway in the second quarter. Wheatland sitting at 4-2 overall in this early season. Landers at 3-2. And the Tigers work their offense on the outside so far. Here's a shot from the corner. There's a three that's no good. Follow also won't fall. That's Coleman who couldn't get it to go. And Wheatland comes away with a rebound. Minute gone by in the second quarter. You just knew Wheatland was not going to stay quiet with these two 17-point per game scores. They're going to get their points eventually. Up to Lander to use this cushion here early on to keep adding on. Try to keep this Bulldogs team at arm's length, but there's a reason there's a 4-2 record up against them. This will be Tate Nichols, one of those big scores for Wheatland. He's going to give that ball back up toward the top of the key, though, with 6.5 to go in the first. Gives it up to Neely. Neely driving in for the Bulldogs. Kicks it back up top to Nichols. That's the other Nichols, Griff Nichols. That shot from three is no good. One and done after a long possession for Wheatland. Tiger basketball back the other way. Finn McFadden works top of the key. Gives up left to Hereford. There's one more pass, and St. Clair draws a foul before the shot. So that bucket will not count. And the first foul of the second quarter goes against Wheatland.
Foul number 11, Tate Nichols. First personal, first team foul.
Tigers inbound. There's Noah St. Clair with a nice crossover at the top of the key and finishes the play. Noah St. Clair's big weekend continues, currently leading 18-8 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Wheatland trying to close the gap. They'll have the ball top of the key to Tate Nichols. Tate Nichols gives it up to his right. Drive in from the right block. That's another nice block from behind from Finn McFadden. Clean, no whistle. Never say nice no-look pass and the finish. Coleman drops it in. Lander Tigers again to look easy in transition, 20-8. And this is going to be a foul picked up by the Tigers. A little bit too aggressive was Darian Hereford.
Number 13, Darian Hereford. Second personal, first.
In a lot of ways, these Tigers are looking to be, well, I use the cliche, mid-season form. But in transition, especially making that extra pass, playing unselfish basketball, these guys are on the same page in that way. Just takes some teams better part of a season to get to if they get there at all. They lead 20-8 here from LVHS. Drive in, leaning, shot does fall. 10-point lead, 20-10. Tigers with Darian Hereford driving into the right side, backing down, stops in the lane, draws some contact. He'll go to the free throw line.
To the line for the Tigers, Darian.
That'll be team foul number 2, called against Wheatland. Lander has 1. 5:04 to go in the first half. First shot from Darian Hereford was no good. So Hereford's got one more coming. With again 5:04 to go in the second. And that shot is good.
Into the Tiger line, number 3, Garrett Romer.
Say a hearty crowd here at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. I think the weather is just too nice. You got holiday shopping to do before the Christmas break and the holiday next week. Totally get it. It's been a fun weekend of basketball, and we're happy that you're joining us wherever you happen to be, whatever you're up to here on this Saturday early evening. Jacob Miller drops one in for Wheatland. 21-12. Bulldogs are hanging in there with Lander. This will be Finn McFadden with a runner on the left side for 2. That's no good. Out of bounds to the Tigers. Lander will inbound with Finn McFadden under the basket. Initial read is not there. So he'll bounce pass to his outlet, get the ball back in the right corner. Finn will have to reset the offense back toward the top of the key. It's Nolan Post into the game, who gives it up to Finn on the right side. Finn splits defender. Euro step in the lane. It is taken away cleanly. There's Wheatland in transition. Right hand won't go. The offensive board is there, though, for the Bulldogs. Tate Nichols trying to put it back up. Can't find a clean look, so out to Griff Nichols. And then back to Tate. Tate Nichols with a crossover, averaging about 17 points per game. Excuse me, that's Jacob Miller, who also averages about 17 points a game for the Bulldogs. Pass inside to the right block, no good. Offensive rebound. The putback is also no good. Lander has numbers if they hurry. That's what Finn McFadden's doing with a bounce pass in the lane. Draws a foul. Going to the free throw line is Garrett Romer. Garrett Romer is a sophomore, impressive-looking player, and every game here in the two tournaments is getting better, especially in that transition game. Nothing seems too big for the moment for him, and he's long. Good size. First free throw from Romer is no good. And only a sophomore. There's a lot of good youth on this team. They've come in off the bench. I mean, Finn McFadden and Pax are both juniors as well, so that doesn't hurt. Second free throw also doesn't go, though, for Romer. 3:46 to go. After a couple of missed free throws, ball's knocked out of bounds. We'll stay with the Wheatland Bulldogs. 3:43 to go in the first half. 21-12, Tigers on top of Wheatland. Jacob Miller starts things for the Dogs. Gives up to his right, then screens. Shot from the left elbow is a little bit too strong. Finn's there for the rebound. McFadden in transition for the Tigers, at least starting the offense. Nice bounce pass. Pretty pass, a little bit too deep for Nolan Post. Back to Wheatland. You get the sense these guys, for Lander, just enjoy passing. See a lot of players, especially in high school, who enjoy shooting and enjoy scoring, but don't necessarily enjoy being a team player in the art of passing. That's a good sign for the Tigers early in the season. Wheatland with a possession with 3:13 to go in the second quarter, working the outside, currently on the right side. Pass into the corner to Neely. Neely with a move, now will stop. Give back to the right corner with a player who replaced him there. Nice long possession, good set defense from the Tigers as the Bulldogs reset. Driving in is Tate Nichols. Can't buy a bucket, it seems like. Nichols. 17.5 points per game heading into this one. St. Clair the other way for the Tigers. That shot's a little bit too strong in the lane. So we still sit at 21-12. Wheatland basketball, but Tigers on top with 2:39 to go in the second quarter. Driving in is Folan. Folan back up top to the right elbow. Now kicking to the left corner for Neely. Neely will travel. Nice defense from Lander, forcing another turnover. 2:26 on the second quarter clock, 21-12 Tigers. Across the timeline is Finn McFadden to start this offensive set for Lander. He'll give to Noah St. Clair. St. Clair at the right elbow. Now pass to the left wing outside. Ball momentarily on the floor, but it's saved by Garrett Romer. Romer throwing the ball out of bounds. Miscommunication there. And a turnover to Wheatland. So we still sit at 21-12 in the second quarter. Wheatland starts their next set. Hayden Lind into the game will give the ball into the right corner. Pass to the right wing, back up top to Lind. He'll drive to the free throw line, stops there. Hand off to Nichols, Griff Nichols. Gives it up to Caden Neely. Neely works his defender and will draw a foul. This will be the Tigers' second of the quarter. And they got Finn McFadden for it. That's only his first. So an inbound under the basket for Wheatland. They trail Lander by 9. Inbound is tipped away, but Wheatland maintains possession with Folan for 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound is there for the Dogs. Lynn puts it back in. Lander Tigers have a couple of subs actually coming in at the next whistle. Pass up top to Heikla. And that's out of bounds. So we will get a couple of subs in the form of Brenner Coleman as well as Paxton Hollingshead. And a timeout has been taken by Lander. We'll take it with them. Tigers on top of Wheatlands with 1:21 to go in the second quarter, 21-14. Back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Lander Tigers on top of the Wheatland Bulldogs, 21-14. This will be our only game remaining here from the Lander Boys Only invite. First of a couple of tournaments where the boys and girls teams for Lander will split. The girls are in Douglas this weekend. They won both of their first two games. They have Douglas, which should be tipping off shortly. And the Lander girls are undefeated on the season. Ranked number 2 in the state are Lander's ladies. Cody's ranked first. They haven't had a chance to play the Lady Bronx just yet, but shaping up to be a fun year for both these Lander teams. Ladies undefeated. Lander Tigers looking for win number 4 on the season. That's a nice sweeping layup from Miller. Wheatland breaking a scoring drought, 21-16 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Tigers with a couple of fresh legs in will start their offensive set with a crossover from Finn McFadden, top of the key. He'll give the ball up to his left. Now skip pass to the right. There's a three from that right wing. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Lind for the Bulldogs. Now 38 seconds is all remaining in this fast-moving first half. 21-16, Tigers on top. This is a big possession for the Bulldogs, though. They maintain it after losing a handle, and now under 30 seconds remaining. Want a bucket here for your Wheatland before the half. Close the margin a little bit. Pass to Jacob Miller near the top of the key. 18 seconds on the second quarter clock. Miller driving in. Some trouble down low, so we'll dish up top. 12 seconds. Now 10 left in the second quarter. Driving in is Nichols. Griff Nichols gives it up for a three on the right side. That is a big bucket that's good for Wheatland. 2 seconds and now 1 for Finn McFadden. Ran out of time. And Lander Tigers in command of that second quarter and really that whole first half, but a late surge and keeping the game close from Wheatland. We only have a 2-point ball game after 2 quarters. It's 21-19 Lander Tigers at halftime. The Wideout Buckle Up for Life halftime show is coming up right after this here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
On motor companies, Wyoming isn't just where we operate. It's where we belong. For over 85 years, we've stood alongside our community through life's big moments. From turning the key to turning the page in every journey that follows. Here, customers become neighbors, and neighbors become family. Visit us today at Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton or online at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com. We are Wyoming. Together, let's drive.
At Gales Carpet One Floor and Home, we believe every floor tells a story. As a family-owned business with deep roots in Fremont County, we don't just sell flooring. We create personalized solutions for your home. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwood, our expert team guides you through every step. Scan the QR code to learn more. Transform your space with confidence. At Gales Carpet One Floor and Home, we're here to wow you.
Goddard Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County one project at a time.
Welcome to Hampton Inn & Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics Program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
From the sidelines to the spotlight, from the classroom to the community, Fremont County's greatest accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. When our athletes take the field, when students excel, and when our community comes together, those are the moments that define us. For over 25 years, we've been more than just your internet and phone provider. We're your neighbors, celebrating each victory alongside you. Wyoming.com, proud to support our schools, our athletes, and our future. Visit Wyoming.com today.
Your home for Lander basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Tiger Basketball is brought to you by Wyoming.com. Check out their home and business internet and phone service options on their website and support a local company that supports youth sports in our county. Wyoming.com.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School. This is the Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Sorry for the late break. I just ran into a longtime Lander coach and former activities director, Cyril Stauffenberg, who is at the game as his son is reffing today. Moved down to Lyman. Sure enough, could have called it. Cyril is coaching. That only took about 6 months, but he's doing some coaching down there, so good to see Cyril. At halftime, good news for the Lander Tigers. The lead is slim, but it is a 2-point lead. 21-19 Lander Tigers on top of the Wheatland Bulldogs. As we bring you into the Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Wide-Out, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up every time so that you can stay in the game every single ride. Nice reminder from Wide-Out. Seatbelts save lives. So the Lander Tigers, again, the boys team, now back on the floor after just a couple of moments in the locker room. Wheatland is not yet on the floor, so not a lot to talk about there. I think if you're Stu Mullins, you've got the game plan, got two scorers you want to try to eliminate for the Wheatland Bulldogs primarily, and Lander's done a pretty good job of that. Just the Bulldogs is a good team. They're 4-2 coming into the game. They're going to find a way to try to claw back into this game, and they have done just that late in the second quarter. It's only a 2-point lead. Turn on the offense one more time before Christmas break, I think is the message, and close out the first 2 weekends of tournament play with a 4-2 record. That is the goal, but you got 2 quarters of work to do in the meantime. 21-19. Taking a look at scores in tournament play from around the region and around the states. In Douglas, the Lander ladies defeating Burns 60-32. They have a very interesting matchup, does the Landers girls team against Douglas at 4:30 this afternoon. Douglas ranked number 4 in the state. Lander sitting behind Cody at number 2. Burns had a matchup with Cody at 1:30. Don't have a final score on that one, but the Lander ladies did win the morning game. And also from up in Douglas, Douglas edging out Lovell on the girls' side, 37-33. That's a 4-5 ranked matchup. And again, Lander and Douglas coming up. They should be tipping off shortly if they haven't already up in Douglas. Other scores of interest from 3A and 4A on the girls' side. Evanston over Rollins, 57-17. Riverton beating 2A Kimmer, 60-14. Glen Rock's girls over Mountain View, 52-45. Rock Springs over 3A Worland, 66-38. Wyoming Indian ranked 5th in the states heading into the weekend, defeated Wright with no problem, 63-27 on the girls' side. And see if we can get some Shoshone Wrangler invite scores here as well. Yeah, Cokeville over DuBois, 42-14. Little Snake River, number 4, defeating number 3, Upton, 44-37. Those, again, girls basketball scores on the weekend. Right here in Lander at the boys-only invitational, it's the Tigers on top of Wheatlands, 21-19. 2 more quarters of basketball to come before the Christmas break. Step aside, be back right after this for quarter number 3 on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
On Motor Companies, Wyoming isn't just where we operate, it's where we belong. For over 85 years, we've stood alongside our community through life's big moments, from turning the key to turning the page in every journey that follows. Here, customers become neighbors, and neighbors become family. Visit us today at Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton or online at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com. We are Wyoming. Together, let's drive.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more. Haskell Furniture and Flooring. Best prices, better service.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the sidelines to the spotlight, from the classroom to the community, Fremont County's greatest accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. When our athletes take the field, when students excel, and when our community comes together, those are the moments that define us. For over 25 years, we've been more than just your internet and phone provider. We're your neighbors, celebrating each victory alongside you. Wyoming.com, proud to support our schools, our athletes, and our future. Visit Wyoming.com today.
Your home for Lander basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Tiger Basketball is brought to you by Wyoming.com. Check out their home and business internet and phone service options on their website and support a local company that supports youth sports in our county. Wyoming.com.
Lander Tigers on top of Wheatland, 21-19 from the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse at Lander Valley High School. Last half of basketball before the Christmas break. And the Tigers on the floor. Wheatland is back out as well. This has been the YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show, brought to you by YDOT, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Wheatland with their first possession. Inbounding from half court right in front of the Lander crowd. The hearty but sparse crowd that is in attendance here on this Saturday before the Christmas holiday. Wheatland starts their offense with a pass to Tate Nichols, and this will be an offensive foul on Nichols. Wasn't a ton there, but it was enough to get a call from an official. It's going to be team foul number 1, either way. And Lander's first possession of the third quarter, up by 2. Darian Herford dribbles from right side out and gives the ball to Finn McFadden. Finn with a pass to Paxton Hollingshead. St. Clair thought about a 3 from the left side, now dribbles in. He'll dish one extra pass down low, and drawing a foul is Brenner Coleman with a couple of free throws on the way. Shot wouldn't go, but Coleman will have a couple. Coleman specifically highlighted in one of our conversations by Tigers head coach Stu Mullins as making incremental progress by the game, and the Tigers are going to need him coming off the bench. Sometimes, I would imagine, in the starting lineup. First free throw from Coleman is good. It's a long season. You have injuries, you have illnesses, you have all kinds of stuff. Helps to have that deep bench. And the Tigers, so far, though inexperienced, have a bench of 6th, 7th, 8th man guys who have come in and been effective largely. Second free throw from Coleman is no good. Wheatland looking for their first points of the second half. 7:14 to go in the third quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Tigers now up by 3, 28-19. This will be a three from the top of the key. That is up and good from Ty Foland. Hang on, 22 all. We're all tied up. Bulldogs stayed close, clawed their way back in. Tigers have led throughout. Darian Herford thought about a three at the other end. Ball ends up with Finn McFadden to the free throw line. Herford for three, right side out. That is good. Herford's been doing that all weekend long. 25-22. Lander Tigers on top. Ball back to Wheatland, trapped just over the timeline, causing some problems. And the ball is free. Regathered by the Bulldogs, though, and dribbled out of bounds to Lander. It's great defense, leading to a turnover just over the timeline. I don't know if that was a design trap or it just ended up with two guys in the right place at the right time and knew what to do to the ball handler. But the ball's back to the Tigers. Finn McFadden with a crossover just outside the left elbow, spins around, now hands the ball to Paxton Hollingshead, back to McFadden, left side out. 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Tigers by three. St. Clair thought about a three, dribbles into the lane, gives up to Herford for three, left side, no good. Oh, it fell! Two bounces off of the rim and it goes in. That's a shooter's roll. 28-22, that's how you know it's your weekend. It has been Darian Herford's weekend. He's earned it, offensively and defensively. More aggressive defense from Lander. This time Paxton Hollingshead's going to be nabbed for a foul.
First personal, first team foul.
5:51 to go in the third. The Wheatland Bulldogs on the inbounds. This is Jacob Miller, has yet to really get going in his typical scoring pace for Wheatland. Pass up top to Lauk. And this will be Foland. Guarded by Darian Herford. He has been a pest against either point guards or two guards that he has faced all weekend long. You can tell how visibly annoyed his offensive counterparts have been at just his persistent, relentless man-to-man defense. Drive in on the left side of the lane is going to lead to free throws for Wheatland.
Jacob Miller.
And we'll get a foul called against Paxton Hollingshead. Jacob Miller to the line. Averaging nearly 17 points per game heading into the weekend, makes his first free throw. 5-point Tiger lead, 5:22 to go in the third. Miller's second free throw is also good. Finn McFadden starts the offense for the Lander Tigers. McFadden with a crossover, gives up to St. Clair. St. Clair from left side to the free throw line, now kicks out right. Here's Hollingshead for three. Pax from downtown, knocks it in. 31-24, 5 minutes to go in the third. Hollingshead did not play in the morning session due to a flu. He is back on the floor and hitting threes for the Tigers in the second half of this one. Wheatland running their offense with Jacob Miller diving in. Clean block, but I think a foul before that. It's going to be a shooting foul on the Tigers. They got Noah St. Clair. So Miller's going to take another couple of free throws. Noah picks up his third. First free throw is good. 31-25. Tigers over the Bulldogs of Wheatland with 4:44 to go in the third. The second free throw is also good. Just like in the first half, Tigers hit some shots, good transition buckets, big threes to pull ahead, but Wheatland just hangs around. 4.5 to go in this third. It's going to be Finn McFadden up top, weaving in, fakes pass to St. Clair, and will take a tough shot from the baseline. That's no good, but the follow is Coleman dropping one in. Good anticipation there. 4:19 to go. It's 33-26 Tigers. Drive in, now kick out to the left baseline. Bulldogs have Lauk up top. Here's a handoff to Tate Nichols. Nichols working from the top of the key to left side out. He'll hand the ball off to Jacob Miller. 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Miller backing down. Nice spin move. Shot's a little bit too short, though, and the Tigers come away with a rebound. Here's Finn McFadden crossing over on the left side. He'll hand off, and now back up top to Herford. Swept right to Hollingshead. Back to Darian Herford, top of the key. Crossover, right elbow. St. Clair driving in with a left hand that is no good, but the follow is. And there's Coleman chipping in again, 3:34 to go. And the Tigers have expanded their lead to 9. It is 35-26 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Ball gets away from Wheatland. Bodies on the floor, and a travel is going to be called on the Tigers. Let's have a look at this follow. This is not the last sequence on the Gambles replay, but a couple of sequences ago. You'll see the miss, and then the well-timed jump on the backside to finish the play. Tigers with 9-point lead, 3:22 to go. In the third, should say. Lander sneaking in a late sub as well with Heikla.
Also into the tag of number 2, Coulter Heikla.
Heikla into the game for Coleman. Subs are all situated and settled. Wheatland basketball trailing Lander by 9. Folan drives in, then kicks out on the right side. Jacob Miller looking for anything there, but Darian Herford has been so good defensively one-on-one. Look at Darian Herford on Nichols. Pop out to Neely. There's just nothing there inside. You got Herford up top and then good hands in the passing lanes in the middle. Leads to exactly that. Not an ideal shot. One and done for Wheatland. Here comes Lander in transition. Shot is up and no good from Heikla. And it's going to be back to Wheatland after it goes out of bounds. But more often than not, that's the secret. Defense leading to offense for the Lander Tigers. And that set defense up top starts with Herford. And they do such a great job of getting in the passing lanes down low to the Tigers on defense. And you end up settling late in the possession for a shot that you just don't want. Just not a high percentage shot more often than not. And then there go the Tigers in transition. That really has been the formula for this weekend for Lander. Tigers going to get tagged with a foul. It's Garrett Romer picking up his first, and the Tigers do have 14 fouls with 2:41 remaining in the third. Wheatland basketball, they'll inbound to Foland. Foland in the lane, kicks out left for 3 on the outside there. That's no good. Long rebound tracked down nicely by Jacob Miller, so still Bulldog basketball. Guarded by Herford. Miller leaning in. Somehow gets that one to go despite some good defense down low. From Darian Herford. Tiger basketball up 35-28 now. Finn McFadden passes, gets it back. Herford right side out, will drive in the lane, take a shot that rolls in. Timeout taken by the Lander Tigers. Lander doing a good job of maintaining space, but Wheatland's right there. We'll take it with them back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Lander basketball is on the air. With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
2:04 to go in the third quarter. It's 37-28 Lander Tigers on top, trying to wrap up and sweep the weekends. They would be 3-0 on the weekends and then 4-2 on the season. They can hold off the Wheatland Bulldogs. That 37-28 score, and now out of a timeout, head coach Stu Mullins is opting for some pressure. Wheatland's with a full court to go, and it's man-to-man all the way down from the Lander Tigers. Folan doing a good job of spinning into a trap and then passing out of it. Here's a three from the right side outside. That is good. Jacob Miller dropping one in from outside. 37-31. As the Tigers still have that cushion, but Wheatland hangs around with 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Herford off the pump fake. Pass into the corner. That's Romer. Gives it back to Finn McFadden. Back to Romer for three. Left corner. Short. And rebounded by Wheatland. Under 90 seconds to go in the frame. Bulldogs not giving Lander time to set up their pressure that time. Jacob Miller with a pass to the left corner. Now a bounce pass up top to Folan. Drives in. Finishes. It's a 4 points Lander Tiger lead at 37-33. Approaching 1 minute to go in the third quarter. A couple of subs in at the next opportunity for the Tigers as Lander runs their offense outside. Diving into the free throw line as Finn McFadden feeds right corner. That three is up and good. There's Post off of the bench for a big three. Extends the Lander lead to 7 with 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. Bulldogs trying to find points just like they did at the end of the second quarter here at the end of the third. It's going to be Foland. Ball stolen away cleanly. Finn McFadden has an easy layup. Finishes with the left hand. Heads up play. Good hands from Finn McFadden. 42-33 with 23 seconds remaining in the third. Bulldogs with Tate Nichols driving in on McFadden. Nichols picks up his dribble, so hands off to Jacob Miller. Miller drives in on Hereford. Miller, left block, leans, tough angle shot, no good. 7 seconds for the Tigers. Now 5 seconds. This will be a pass to Hereford, top of the key, good if it goes. No good. So that's the third quarter. Lander Tigers 42, Wheatland Bulldogs 33. Back for the final quarter right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
At Eyes on Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Lander Tigers pulling away a little bit toward the end of the third quarter. They lead as we start the fourth, 42-33 over the Wheatland Bulldogs. Lander Tigers 2-0 on the weekends. Big victory over Douglas in overtime last night. They coasted to a win over Burns in which they scored 101 points earlier in the morning. Not going to get to 101 in this one, barring, knock on wood, something like 8 overtimes or something crazy like that. Hopefully the Tigers won't need that. So going to be a little bit below the scoring average, and certainly a little below where the Tigers want to be scoring-wise on the season, but they do have that 9-point lead as we start the fourth quarter, and the Tigers have the ball as we begin the final frame. On the inbound is Darian Hereford. Hereford drives in, down the lane. Left side layup is no good, contested there. And Wheatland comes away with a rebound. Bulldogs start their offensive possession near the top of the key with Jacob Miller. Darian Hereford, look at that defense from Hereford. Kick out, left side three, that rims out, that's no good. And guess who's got the rebound? Darian Hereford starts to Noah St. Clair. St. Clair in transition, picks up his dribble. He's got Pax as a trailer, drops in the layup. 11-point Lander Tiger lead. Bulldogs, a nice entry pass down low to answer. So it's back to 9, 44-35. Hollingshead down the floor, puts it in again. Paxton Hollingshead back-to-back transition layups with 7:04 to go in the game. It's 46-35, Tigers back up by 11. Folan driving in, hands off. Nichols, guarded by Pax. Nichols with a handoff as the Bulldogs weave up top. Long two from Neely, no good. And Hereford comes away with a rebound. Hereford pass to the right wing, gets it back, pump fake. Now driving in the lane, extra pass, but a travel first. Back to Wheatland, 6:39 to go in the fourth. 46-35, 11 points the Lander Tiger advantage. No fouls called either way in the fourth so far. And a timeout has been taken by Wheatland. We'll step aside with them back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Elevate Rehab proudly sponsors our local student athletes and their families in Fremont County. We are honored to play a key role in our Tiger athletes' success both on and off the field, and always partner one-on-one from your first visit to your last to coach you to victory. From sports injuries, aches and pains, to recovery from surgery or concussion, trust Elevate's specialized crew to dive into your goals, sprint with you to the finish line, and help elevate you to the top of the podium. Check us out at our Lander Main Street location or visit our webpage online. Go Tigers!
Watch Tiger and Lady Tiger varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
Very last game of the Lander Boys Only Invites this weekend here from Lander Valley High School. As usual, well-hosted tournament by the activities staff as well as just the full staff in general. All the way from the AD's office down to the custodial staff, they put on a great couple of tournaments every year. Here in Lander, it's always a fun weekend. This will be the last basketball we play before the Christmas break. And we'll get right back to it. Another split tournament with Rawlins and Pinedale. The girls will be in Rawlins this year, and the Lander boys will be in Pinedale. Lander girls are in Douglas here this weekend. They are still undefeated. They're currently playing the Lady Bearcats in what I believe is a ranked matchup up there. Steal away by the Tigers. And Noah St. Clair unable to finish. Offensive rebound and the putback is there from Coleman. 48-35, Lander boys on top of Wheatland. 6:13 to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers pulling away. Defense leading to offense has definitely been the case. There's another steal. Briefly taken back by Wheatland, but Lander has the ball with Noah St. Clair down the floor. He is fouled as he puts up a shot from the left side. So, a couple of free throws from Noah St. Clair. Down under 6 to go in the fourth. Currently a 13-point Lander lead pending these free throws. Set up to be a fun year on both the boys and the girls side for Lander as St. Clair makes the first.
Into the Tiger lineup, number 3,
Romer is into the game for Lander, replacing Hollingshead. So Pax has a seat. Muscling through flu-like symptoms that sat him out the entire first game. Didn't need Pax as St. Clair misses the second. In that first matchup, Lander Tigers scoring 101 points against Burns. You have to do some digging in the history books to find the last time a Lander boys team has broken the century mark. Wheatland basketball with Jacob Miller, top of the key, guarded as usual, tightly by Hereford, leads to a turnover. Errant pass to St. Clair. Lander has numbers, and St. Clair finishes. This might be the best defense to offense game that the Tigers have played so far this season, and it hasn't been, press. They haven't had to use that full court press hardly at all. It's been half-court defense leading to offense. That shot's going to fall for Griff Nichols for Wheatland. Get Finn McFadden back into the game with 5:05 remaining. Here's a three from the right corner. That is up and good from Hereford. Lander Tigers up 54-37, starting to taste it. Would be a 3-0 weekend for the Lander boys after losing a couple real tough ones last weekend. 2-point answer from the left elbow from Nichols, though. Brings it down to 54-39. Here's a three. That is good. Everybody is hitting. No one post coming in off the bench to drop one in for the Tigers. 4.5 to go, and the pass goes out of bounds. Miscommunication threw the ball into the Wheatland's bench. Finn's back into the game for post. And McFadden has the ball across the timeline and the Tiger logo for the Lander offense. Cycling to St. Clair, drives past the free throw line, no look dish, and a 3-second call against Lander. That three was going to count for Darian Hereford, but it won't. 3-second violation first. Tigers again showing a little full court following the stoppage, but back out of it quickly. Wheatland driving in with Foland. Foland with a give into the left corner for 3. That's good. Wheatland's hanging around 57-42 as Hereford drives in. Needs some help. Pass out to his right. Then back up to St. Clair. St. Clair with a no-look pass into the corner. Driving in is Finn McFadden to Darian Hereford. Pump fake, got his defender to jump, but gave it up to Finn. Finn McFadden rolls it in with a nice touch. It's just good set offense from the Lander Tigers. Doing just about everything right. Good passing, unselfish play. Taking good shots and hitting them. Sounds pretty simple. Easier said than done. 59-42, Tigers on top. I think that's Nichols with a 3 that's no good. Rebound fought for, jump ball quickly called. The possession arrow is to Wheatlands. .321 to go in the fourth. It's been a very fast-moving game. Wheatland on the inbound. It's going to be Miller spinning in the lane. Miller puts it up. Off the glass, got it to go in one. Tigers have done a real good job against both Miller and Nichols, but they're going to get theirs eventually. Nichols to the line for the bonus free throw after the make and the foul. And the free throw is good. Wheatland entering this game at 4-2. Tigers looking to get to win number 4 in the season. Quick foul committed against Noah St. Clair across the timeline. Wheatland may be starting to think about fouling for time with 3:09 to go, and they only have 2 now team fouls. Finn McFadden on the inbound for the Tigers. Finn feeding into the corner. That is Romer. Romer gives it up. It's Hereford on the right side this time. McFadden drives in, dishes to Romer. Romer passed out of bounds. Miscommunication there with Finn. McFadden zigging when Romer thought he was going to zag. With under 3 to go in regulation, 2:52 to be exact. Ty Foland starts the offense, guarded by Finn McFadden. Foland. Now it's Tate Nichols. Ball is nearly stolen away. It's blocked, actually. Blocked right to a Wheatland Bulldog who dropped a 3. Quick timeout taken by Wheatlands. And it's down to 11 with 2:35 remaining. Back in 30 seconds on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
Discover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOVE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Fourth quarter action from Lander Valley High School. Lander Tigers on top 59-48 over the Wheatland Bulldogs, trying to close out what would be a 3-0 weekend for them. The Lander Boys Only Classic, heading into the Christmas break at what would be a 4-2 record then. But some work to do after a Wheatland timeout. Wheatland finally catching an offensive break on a missed shot. The long rebound that went right into the corner, and they dropped a 3 in. So 2:36 remaining, and 59-48 Tigers. Bulldog timeout. Finn McFadden for the Tigers. Driving from left to now the right elbow. Gives it up. Paxton Hollingshead's back in the game. Has it briefly. Gives it back to Post, who was also checked back in after the timeout. Finn McFadden, top of the key. Right elbow. Dishes to his right. There's Darian Hereford. Nice weave up top by the Tigers. Extra pass to Post. Post eyeing a 3 that is there. Just a little bit left. Long rebound to Hereford. And the possession stays alive momentarily for the Tigers, but the bounce pass inside gets away. Back to the Bulldogs. Minute 57 remaining in the fourth. It's a drive into Miller. Miller missed the shot. Ball's on the floor. Finn McFadden comes away with it. 2-on-2 the other way if they hurry. Finn hangs. Little contact, no call, but he made the shot. Did Finn McFadden. 61-48 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Minute 38 remaining in the fourth. St. Clair will check in at the next whistle for the Tigers. Feed into the corner. Here's a Bulldog three that is good. Wheatland can hit. Now it's a 10-point lead for the Tigers. Not over yet as Wheatland takes timeouts. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Out of a Wheatland timeout, the Bulldogs are not counting themselves out just yet. It's a 61-51 Lander Tiger lead. Lander with the basketball with a minute 18 remaining, in a quick block foul is called in the lane. Not sure if that was a foul for time or just a set foot block foul that was called. But in case the Bulldogs need it, that is team foul number 3 for Wheatland. Lander will then inbound with a minute 16 remaining, and that is a foul for time, as Finn McFadden was fouled for team foul number 4 against Wheatland. Lander only with one team foul, by the way. So that's it for fouls to give for the Bulldogs. Next foul will result in free throws for the Tigers. Finn McFadden off of the inbounds. Wheatland's trying to foul him. Finally do get the whistle. It's Finn to the free throw line with a minute 10 remaining in the fourth. 10-point Tiger lead is 61-51 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. And the first two from Finn is no good. Remains 61-51. Tigers hanging on to that 10-point lead. Second free throw from McFadden is good. 62-51. Wheatland on the inbound against full court pressure by the Tigers. Down the floor goes Miller, guarded by Hereford. Miller gets the ball back up toward the top of the key to Foland. Foland threw the ball nearly out of bounds, but it's corralled by the Bulldogs. There's a three in the corner that's good. 62-54, it's down to 8. Noah St. Clair is fouled. Foland picks up his third, and in the bonus are the Tigers, so Noah St. Clair to the free throw line. First two from St. Clair is good. 47 seconds on the fourth quarter clock. Wheatland has been really hot shooting from beyond the arc. I mean, great job by the Lander defense. But Wheatland has shot low enough to stay in the game, and the second free throw is no good, but Lander comes away with a rebound. St. Clair skips the ball to Hereford, 42 seconds and running. Hereford's going to hang on to it to get fouled. And 63-54, Darian Hereford to the line with 39.6 remaining. Tigers trying to hang on for their third victory of the weekend. Hereford's got a couple in the bonus, and the first is no good. After the free throw, 39.6 on the fourth quarter clock. Tigers lead by 9. And the second free throw is no good, but Finn McFadden's there for the offensive rebounds. To St. Clair. St. Clair is fouled. So we'll do this again, this time with Noah St. Clair. 34.7 on the clock now. Same score, 63-54. St. Clair hits the first of his two, extends the lead to 10. After this free throw, 34.7 seconds remaining in the fourth. St. Clair, the lefty, hits the second. 65-54. It's Wheatland on the inbound, crossing over past half courts. Nichols lost the ball. The ball is back over the timeline, over and back. Wheatland trying to say the ball was tipped away by St. Clair. Official disagreeing, and so back to the Tigers with 24.8 remaining. Paxton Hollingshead will inbound right next to the scorer's table. And Wheatland will do their best to immediately foul post. Oh, they're going to let him go. Wheatland's going to call it, and Lander's going to hang on to the ball. 11-point win for the Lander Tigers. 65-54 is going to be the final score, and the Lander Tigers are going to improve to 4-2 on the season, having won 3 of their 3 games here in their hosted tournament this weekend. Well done by the Lander Tigers, bouncing back from a real tough weekend last weekend, in which they lost to a defending 2A state champ and a Rollins Outlaws team that came to play last weekend. This weekend, it was victories over Douglas, Burns, in which they scored 101 points earlier in the morning, and they'll defeat Wheatland 65-54. Get some final thoughts before the Christmas break from Lander head boys basketball coach Stu Mullins. Recap this one and get ready for our mini vacation before conference play. Starts coming up right after this on the Bailey Tire Pros postgame show next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Rehab proudly sponsors our local student athletes and their families in Fremont County. We are honored to play a key role in our Tiger athlete success both on and off the field, and always partner one-on-one from your first visit to your last to coach you to victory. From sports injuries, aches and pains, to recovery from surgery or concussion, trust Elevate's specialized crew to dive into your goals, sprint with you to the finish line, and help elevate you to the top of the podium. Check us out at our Lander Main Street location or visit our webpage online. Go Tigers!
At Eyes on Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
Goddard Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County one project at a time.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
From the sidelines to the spotlight, from the classroom to the community, Fremont County's greatest accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. When our athletes take the field, when students excel, and when our community comes together, those are the moments that define us. For over 25 years, we've been more than just your internet and phone provider. We're your neighbors, celebrating each victory alongside you. Wyoming.com, proud to support our schools, our athletes, and our future. Visit Wyoming.com today.
Your home for Lander basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Tiger Basketball is brought to you by Wyoming.com. Check out their home and business internet and phone service options on their website and support a local company that supports youth sports in our county. Wyoming.com.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School. Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. It's a wrap for the Lander Boys Only Classic, second tournament that Lander has hosted in as many weekends, and the Lander Tiger boys team much better weekend of it than the first time around. For a 1-2 outing last Friday and Saturday, Lander Tigers sweep the weekend. Victories over Douglas, 1-point overtime win last night, scoring 101 points against Burns earlier in the morning, and with a convincing and impressive 65-54 victory over the Wheatland Bulldogs. This is the Bailey Tire Pros post-game show, brought to you as always by Bailey Tire and Auto, proud to support our local athletes. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main in Lander. Lander Tigers really felt like they were in control of that game for the entire game. Give Wheatland some credit, especially at the end of the first half, for hanging close enough and shooting well enough with some of their high point scores to close the gap. This was a 2-point game at halftime and a low scoring affair, which is right about where I think Wheatland wanted it at halftime. They were right in there. Then the Lander Tigers, as they have throughout the early season, and this is probably the best indicator for what we hope the season's going to be like, and for some hope for the Lander boys, not only 4-2, but it's how they're winning, with defense leading to offense, and not just utilizing full court pressure to do it, led by Darian Herford, who was also the high scorer for the Lander Tigers in this game with 16 points for Herford. I had Noah St. Clair down for 10 points as well, but it's Darian Herford who, defense to offense, also hit 4 threes in this game, as we're going to be joined here by Lander boys basketball coach Stu Mullins on the Bailey Tire Pros post-game show. And Coach, thanks for having us for another great weekend of basketball. A lot of fun. You guys swept the weekend. Big overtime win against Douglas last night. Got the 101 points, which is always fun for the guys I know earlier in the day. And then a convincing win over a good Wheatland team. You mentioned those couple of scores that they have, and you guys, they got theirs, but you guys did a pretty good job of neutralizing them, especially early on and getting that early cushion. Darian Hereford scoring 16 points, I think, in this game, 4 threes. And, what were your impressions on win number 4?
Well, I think both teams, it was just a battle of who could get to the finish line faster. I think these tournaments are great, but it tests your mental fortitude, that's for sure, in the last game, especially against a team like this that just wants to grind out possessions and slow it down. And you saw when we were able to speed the pace, we had the advantage. When they were able to slow it down, they had the advantage. And so really, really proud of the way that we responded in the second half when, we had that 5-point quarter in the second quarter, and kind of felt like Rollins last week, where we started feeling sorry for ourselves and taking bad shots and not using the pace that is conducive to us. And they didn't. They turned it around and got the stops that they needed, and then we got in transition. And we just need a little sliver, and we can go on some big runs.
So you didn't have to press a whole lot in this game either, which is good at this point in the tournament. But you have Darian Hereford, who is just a menace. You can see how visibly annoyed his opposite number is, the 1 or the 2 guard that he's been guarding all weekend long. And more often than not, that combined with good defense in the paint, shutting down the passing lanes, you're forcing teams to take shots they don't want to take, and then you get that transition game going.
Yeah, Darian, we finally had to switch Darian off onto 13 because he was just racking our other kids, and we finally got him to get to his right. And then he struggled. Then he picked the ball up and passed, and I don't think he scored other than maybe that 3 in the corner. At least at the rim, like he was getting his early. And so he's we got a couple guys like that. I mean, I think Pax will grow into one of the best defenders he was for us last year. Finn has obviously turned his game up defensively and had to guard Nichols today, which is no easy task, and he had to guard the kid from Burns. It's unbelievable too. So he'll draw usually their best player, and I'll take my chances any day with him just because of how quick and aggressive he is, and how physical he is. You won't take him down to the post and overpower him, so he's got a lot of really good things going for him.
What do you guys do as a team practice-wise, if anything? What was the message to the team for the Christmas break? When are you going to get back on the floor before your next games?
Yeah, so it's kind of nice. We've got 2 full weeks here, and typically we give the boys 5 full days off. This year, the way it landed, we're going to give them 7, so we're going to have optional practices on Monday and Tuesday that if they're around, they need to be at. And but it'll be a good opportunity. I mean, we're beat up, we're sick, we're hurt. We got guys injured, and so it'll be nice to take a little reset, and then we'll come back the 28th or something, the 29th, that Monday. We'll practice that whole week because we go to Cody that following Tuesday. The day they get back to school. So we'll have a good 6 to 7 practice days before we go back to Cody, but we'll also be able to give them a good 7 days off.
Point was made by your counterpart on the girls team regarding these tournaments, which I really liked last weekend, which is, it's a lot of basketball right away. You're going to be sick and injured and you're not in physical shape, but if you want to get to regionals, that's the goal. And this is kind of that you're going to play a couple of games a day. You're going to play at odd times. You guys made it through, and more importantly, bounced back, I think, after a couple of tough losses last weekend, swept the weekend, and got kind of trial by fire. But I would imagine you're pretty happy with the 4-2 after the 2 weekends.
Absolutely, and that's the funny thing about basketball, especially early in the season when you have these tournament games is, it felt like the end of the world after Rollins a little bit, and especially how well we played against Thermopolis for most of that game, but you get back to practice and you can't, it just takes one game to switch things. It is just like, it's just like Douglas last night. I mean, there's no better feeling than walking off the floor, winning that game. But then you got to come right back in the morning and do it all over again. And so it works both ways, but you wouldn't have it any other way. And we just have a great group of kids, and it's just going to be a fun season.
It is. I'm really looking forward to it. Coach, appreciate the time. A lot of fun basketball. Enjoy the break, and we'll see you before we know it in a couple of weeks.
Well, Merry Christmas to
you. You too.
And have a good one. We'll see you on the other side.
There's head coach Stu Mullins, Lander boys basketball coach. After a 3-0 weekend, Lander Tigers now 4-2 on the regular season. Well, with that, we're going to wrap up our coverage from Lander Valley High School. We do have a couple of those weeks off. We'll be right back here after the first of the year. To you and yours, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Have a great new year. Be safe out there. Drive carefully. And, before you know it, we're going to be right back here with Lander Tiger basketball, boys and girls side, right here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com. Have yourselves a great rest of the weekend.